what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're talking about the TV spots, specifically multiple TV spots that have leaked for the new Scream film. I see a lot of people talking about just the one, but my friend Steven from Craven Something Scary has just noticed that there's actually another one released now. Massive credit to him. We're gonna talk about all that in just a second here. First, I'm gonna need y'all to like this video, subscribe, support me on Patreon, all that BS. Alright, now let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Name it.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the Ends you now.
Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
So some kid posted this video on YouTube where he's basically just saying like, hey, I saw this ad for Scream and I've never seen this trailer before. I think this is all new, and it is. It's a new official trailer for Scream that's running as ads on different videos. Now, I've clicked on a bunch of Scream related content to possibly get this ad to trigger it and then like be able to like kind of screen record and get it. I have had no luck. I've been watching videos like all morning trying to get something and to no avail, unfortunately. But we do have this video from this kid who is just getting so hyped about Scream. That is just so cool to me. I love this. I love this little video. We're gonna play it and then I'm gonna break down like all the little moments that you might have missed, like something like, oh, that happens really quick that's like actually really significant. So here it is.
Even this came out. Look. This is like a different trailer. I don't remember seeing this trailer. Look, it's an ad. Look.
Now the first thing I notice about this little TV spot is that there's this shot of Mason Gooding's character. Now we kind of saw this scene in the other trailer beforehand where he's just like, he's walking around outside and he gets stabbed from, Ghostface is chasing him from behind and he starts getting stabbed. Now in this TV spot though, we get a shot of Mason Gooding tracking his girlfriend's phone, played by Liv McKenzie. When he finally gets to her location via like that we get kind of confirmed on his phone, we find that Ghostface is standing right there and then Ghostface attacks him. Could that mean that Liv McKenzie's character is going to be Ghostface in this film? I don't know. It could mean that like maybe whoever Ghostface is stole Liv McKenzie's phone and now has it on them. Who knows? This whole scene could not even be in the movie. There's some kind of misdirection throughout all the marketing. We know not what that is though. Speaking of Mason Gooding though, we get this really cool shot, probably the coolest thing we have gotten in all of the Scream marketing so far, is Ghostface with a metallic mask shooting someone with a flamethrower. I thought this movie couldn't get any cooler, and it just has. Ghostface with a metallic mask and a flamethrower, that's so cool. I couldn't write that. That is so effing sweet. I'm geeking out so bad right now. Now there's a few things about this shot that I noticed. If you slow it down, you can see that he's clearly not wearing a Ghostface robe. He's wearing the jacket that we saw Mason Gooding wearing earlier on. So there's a few things you can theorize there. Is this Mason Gooding behind the mask? I would say probably not, because we just saw Ghostface attack Mason Gooding. I would presume that Ghostface killed him. So maybe he took the jacket and like put the mask on like to say that like, oh, this is a joke. Maybe he's like doing that thing that Michael Myers does in Halloween where he puts the sheet over his head and he wears Bob's glasses and then he walks back into the room and the girl is all like, oh yeah, that's totally my boyfriend being all creepy and silent like that. Maybe it's the same case here with where Ghostface walks in with a flamethrower and then everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's totally just Mason Gooding, because like look, he's totally got he's got the Letterman's jacket. It's fine. Why is he wearing a Ghostface mask? That's weird. Now that could be the case here. I'm not sure. Once again, the directors even said there's a bunch of misdirection in the marketing. Another thing I want to say about the metallic mask though is it is a customization option in Dead by Daylight. So will they be like diving a little bit into Dead by Daylight lore, which is completely different than just Scream lore? That would be an entirely other video though if we started getting into like Danny Johnson shit. Oh my god. I've also seen some theories online about how like this could be a scene from the new Stab film. It was confirmed a little while ago that the Stab films would be an intricate part of this new Scream film. But here's the thing about that. He's very clearly wearing Mason Gooding's character's Chad's Letterman's jacket. So I don't think this is going to be a scene from Stab. I think this is something that really happens in the Scream universe. We get a scene with Sidney Prescott where she says, oh, I've seen this movie before. And then Ghostface is like, not this movie, Sidney, and jumps out of a closet and starts attacking her. This is a really cool scene. I feel like people aren't going to be talking about this. Most people are probably going to focus on the metal mask, which is understandable. But something that's really cool about this is that we're probably going to get a third act where Sidney confronts confronts Ghostface again. Something that, like, yeah, I know I've been kind of preaching that I want to do something different, but this is gonna be a cool way to honor the original by having Sidney be the one who confronts the killer at the end. I don't know if that's gonna be the case. I don't know if any of these theories I'm proposing to you right now are going to be the case in the movie. I'm just inferring things based off of the information I've been given. Anything can happen in this new Scream film. I think that's why there's so much hype surrounded around this movie, because it's just like you can do anything with a Scream film. A new Scream film is essentially a block of clay that you can do anything with, and that is why I am so excited for this film. It would be really cool though to see Sidney be the one that like actually finds out who the killers are at the end. I mean, that's just like how typically every one of these movies goes, but I think it would be a cool way to honor that original film. Now there are two more things about this little TV spot that everyone is missing, and I cannot believe it. First of all, it's pretty much 99% confirmed that Amber is on fire in that one shot watching this. We're actually getting a much better shot of her on fire here. It is very clearly Amber. She's wearing the exact same clothes that we saw her wear in the last trailer. So Amber's gonna catch on fire at some point. Does she die from that though? We still have that question, I guess. And why is she caught on fire? Well, probably because Ghostface has a flamethrower now. Once again, so fucking cool that Ghostface is utilizing a whole bunch of weird technology. I already know I'm gonna love this movie. I already know I am. It's gonna be great. But then the biggest thing is the very last shot of this TV spot, which if you slow it down, you can see a girl's hands like trying to stop a knife coming right towards her. And the other thing about that, it looks like it's Judy Hicks' house. Now, I'm piecing together a lot of different things here. There was this photo that came out from Entertainment Weekly where it shows Judy Hicks walking around her house, like kind of looking like she's investigating a strange noise she heard. In the background of that shot, there is a window where we can see an American flag hanging outside of her house, I'm assuming, or someone's house, wherever she is. Then in the actual trailer that we got back in October, we get a shot of Ghostface stabbing someone where in the background you can see that same American flag and the same window. This very last shot of this new TV spot, though, on the other hand, we get a shot of Ghostface at a little farther out of an angle stabbing someone who has like what looks like a girl's hands with, once again, that same background. I think Judy Hicks is a goner. I don't think she's gonna be a kill that happens earlier on. I think it's definitely going to be something that happens later in the film, because we get that shot in the trailer where she's driving down the street and she's like nearly crying and screaming in the car. So I'm assuming she's going to try to save someone she cares about who's probably in danger of being stabbed by Ghostface. But then maybe when she goes home, Ghostface is waiting for her. Now, it was also pointed out to me by Steven from Craven Something Scary, literally just now as I'm recording, that there was a whole other TV spot that got leaked online. One that I don't see anyone else really talking about. So I think my little collective of channels here kind of got on that first, which is kind of cool.
Killers connected to something in the past.
I'm just trying to protect my family. Whoever this is gonna keep coming for you.
This ad isn't as crazy as the other one, I will give it that, but there is a very specific shot that leads into a lot of theories surrounding this film. There's a shot of Sam, and she thinks she sees Ghostface in the mirror, and then suddenly she looks over, no Ghostface. So will Sam's mental health play a massive role into this new film? I'm not gonna lie, I find it just a little bit distasteful. I kinda don't love when you have a character who has like some kind of mental disorder, and then that's kind of like used against them, and they're seen as like crazy, and there's some big twist where like the killer was never there, or whatever. I don't know, personally I just find that distasteful. I don't like when movies really do that, so I'm kind of not a fan of that angle, and it kind of seems like this is the way they're going with it. I mean, why else would they introduce that thing in her character description about how she has to like take pills because she had something traumatic happen to her? That's why. They're going to be using that device somehow in this movie. I'll say this, if they execute it well and they do it in a way that doesn't come off as offensive to people who actually struggle with disorders like that in real life, I'm all about it. As long as they don't villainize Sam, which is a big thing for me. If they villainize her and they like end up saying like, oh yeah, she's Ghostface the whole time, I'll be kind of upset. We've seen this horror trope happen a lot throughout horror history. I'm personally just not a big fan of it. I think it's kind of a little insensitive, and also just is a weak plot device. It's kind of a cheap way to write things. I hope they don't write it in where like all of a sudden, oh yeah, the person you've been following the whole time has been the killer because she's crazy. Like, that is so cheap in my opinion. Got my fingers crossed that that's not where they're going with this character. Maybe that's like something you're thinking the whole time and they end up not going that route, which would be great. I really hope they don't end up going that route because I will be pretty disappointed if that's the case. That's like the oldest trick in the book if you're trying to write an edgy new mystery kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm not interested in that at all. I hope they don't take that angle. What do you guys think about these brand new TV spots though? Are you excited for Scream 5? Leave me a comment about it down below. Thank you all so much for watching my new Scream 5 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Let's get to 7K before the end of the year. Let's do it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If you look up KillJoy Jake, I should come up. All my socials are also in the description below, as well as my Patreon. If you support me there, you'll be able to see more videos like this all the freaking time. You'll also have early access to my locations videos, my podcasts, and you'll also have exclusive access to the After Wrath podcast, where I go behind the scenes with literally everything that I do here. Thank you all again for watching, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.